Hey guys, we're going to share a couple tips that we have learned so far about camping in the Southwest region.
So we are here at Gilbert Ray in the middle of Tucson Mountain Park, right outside of Tucson, Arizona. And it's very, very close to Saguaro
National Park.
National Park.
But we're from the Midwest, and Southwest camping, RVing is completely new to us. And so there are a lot of things that we didn't know that we needed to know about RVing or camping in this area. We came to this area a little bit blindly, so we're going to share a few things that we've discovered with you so that you will be a little bit more prepared than we were.
So in this lifestyle, anywhere you go, pests are a problem. And so one of the things that we've learned specifically about the Southwest is that there's a rodent called the pack rat. And the pack rat likes to find a very small, dark space to set up shop and make a nest. Basically, they don't like to be exposed out in the open. And so we want to show you a handful of the things that we are doing to protect our rig from any potential issues with the pack rats. So you may be asking why I'm under our rig. The reason why is that we've learned that pack rats do not like light. One of the things that I noticed when we started getting into the Southwest was that there was a lot of people that were stationary and that had lighting under their rig. And I just kind of thought it was an ambience type thing, or that they wanted to look nice at night. But there's actually a purpose behind it. These lights help discourage them from coming into that area and getting into your rig and causing a big mess. So what we did is that we went to Walmart, went to the lawn and garden section, looked in their outdoor lighting, and found these rope lights, usually about $16, $17. We got them on sale for clearance for $5 per box. They had a bunch of boxes there, and I wish I would have got another one or two. And because they don't like light, it might also be a great idea to just go ahead and turn the light on to have one on the front of your tongue jack. And so like I said, they don't like to be exposed, and so they look for any tight place to find a home and make a nest. And so a great place for them to do that is in the engine compartment of your vehicle. And the reason why this is an issue, aside from just having pests in your vehicle, but they can also do thousands of dollars in damage and chewing up wires and hoses and belts and all those kinds of things. We've heard of $6,000 or more in one single night. So one thing you can do to prevent that is to open up the hood of your engine compartment to kind of create that environment that would allow them to be exposed or feel exposed and kind of not make it a welcoming environment for them to make a nest.
Alright, so something that I've mentioned before is how unexpectedly windy it is here in the Southwest. And I guess we probably just should have remembered that from geography class in elementary school. But it's been really windy, which hasn't been that big of an issue. But something that it can affect is travel days. When we were at City of Rocks, we actually had to stay an extra day because we were going to be facing 50-mile-an-hour winds, and that just was not something we were comfortable traveling in. Something that I would highly suggest if you're in a wind-prone area is having a backup plan for your travel days. It's possible you might have to figure out a way to stay an extra day where you are. This becomes a problem if your site is already taken for that night. So just make sure you have a backup plan for those travel days just in case. Something to think about though is wind direction does matter. It's a much bigger deal if the wind is perpendicular to you. That's the wind that will definitely take you side to side and can potentially knock you over. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're in these windy areas. Not only the safety of your rig, but sometimes they actually shut down the roads here because of high winds, and then you're caught where you can't even get where you wanted to go anyway, even if you personally felt safe enough driving.
So something that we've never really had to deal with before is cactus and the different types of plants that are in the desert. Someone saw a picture I posted of my daughter riding her bike, and they said, "I hope you have slime in those tires because you will get a flat tire." And I did not put slime in the tires. And so within a few days, maybe a week or so, we had a flat tire. And so we ran to Walmart and we picked up slime. I think this was like $9, and this is enough for me to do all of our bike tires and take care of that. And so I would encourage you, if you have a stroller, a wagon, anything that you're planning to use regularly that has rubber wheels, to get this stuff and make sure you put it in there and get it taken care of. The process is pretty simple. It comes with a tool attached to the top of the lid to remove the valve stem if you don't already have a valve stem tool. After that, just check the back. It tells you how much of the liquid to put into the tires. You put the valve stem back on, fill it up with air, and you spin the tires just to make sure that the liquid coats the inside of the tube, and you're all set. It's supposed to last for 2 years. We'll see how it goes.
As a bonus tip, if you are traveling in Arizona in the winter, especially if you have kids, you might have to do a little bit of extra planning if you're not boondocking. If you're like us and you prefer to stay in campgrounds just because that's what we're comfortable with at the moment, a lot of the campgrounds here are 55 plus, so families are not able to book a site there, and the ones that are not 55 plus tend to fill up pretty quickly. So if a campground is something that you want to do while you're in Arizona, you might do a little bit of pre-planning to ensure that you have a site.
You can lie, I dare you to be wilder.